Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here with MMS Formula 1. Today we are at the Estoril circuit for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Portugal returns to the schedule for full-time schedule for I think a couple of seasons at best. We're at Estoril now, not Portimao. Only current Formula 1 fans are probably crying tears of sadness. But yeah, switching things up a bit, making it a bit more era appropriate. Estoril currently doesn't really get the love it might or might not deserve. I don't know, I'm not here to judge. But it's a change that we decided to do, and it should be good. Joining me in the commentary box today will be once again Miran FG. Hello, Miran.
Hello again, Kai. It is great to be back for a fourth consecutive time. Always great to be commentating for MMS, and I hope we'll be in for a very good race today.
Yeah, speaking about the race, it's a wet race.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's absolutely pouring it down there at Estoril, and because we haven't had really a proper wet race. We've had a few wet patches at Imola, but none of the real stuff. This is a full wet race. It's not stopping. The rain is not stopping above Estoril. So do you think this will have a major impact on how the race will look today?
Oh, I definitely think it will. Rainy conditions are always hard to manage. We saw some of that in Imola, as you did say, some wet patches of rain, and we saw how it did affect the drivers and how they had to manage with changeable conditions. So I definitely think that it will be an increased challenge for the drivers with the rain today. But we'll see who comes out on top. Maybe we could see some unusual players lead at the top today.
Yeah, speaking of unusual players, we have 4 debuts, 3 full-time ones, those being of Sergej Kozak, Alexander Park, and Alex van der Brempt. But also we can see one more debut, and that's Matt Whitaker replacing the raceman Attila Kalma in very good machinery. Do you think that this little one-off can be something else than just, a quick swap in?
Well, first of all, I think he's done really well in qualifying, putting that P7 in the McLaren. I think that is very, very good, only about 3 positions off his teammate Joseph Murray. So I think if Whitaker keeps it clean today, I definitely think you could be on for some good points, or maybe even a debut podium. I think
would certainly turn a few tables. But yeah, speaking of the grid, let's get down to it, and you shall present it once more.
Yes, so the starting grid then for the Portuguese Grand Prix. It is Rodney Rackus for Williams, who starts on pole position ahead of the race here at Estoril, with teammate Michal Valjak in second place to make it a Williams 1-2, the first 1-2 we've seen this season, as it is the 2 Williams cars taking the first and second spots on the grid. Second row, Ratko Betes starts in third place, as is Joseph Murray, the McLaren, in P4. Third row is Harry Herholt, a very welcome surprise, as the world champion starts P5, really showing his excellence as he got on that Benetton up into 5th place, followed by the Estonian Hendrik Salsaller in P6. Matt Whitaker making his debut starting P7, and just behind him is Giuseppe Stella in P8. Halil Shahin, who missed out on a first win last time out at Imola, starts P9, followed by Ole Katzenberg, the other Benetton, who rounds out the top 10. Eshak Al-Karm the third is P11, as Conan McGuinness in the March P12. Igor Witt, the first race where he isn't qualifying next to his teammate, he starts P13. He's not qualifying next to Material, he's qualifying next to Miran FG in P14. Giuseppe Radiantor is P15, as Koichi Hoshi in the Arrows in 16th place, followed by the other Ligier of Matthias Material, who's starting a bit further down in P17. Then we come to the first rookies, Alexander Park making his debut in P18, and followed by him is another Alex van der Brempt from South Africa. He starts in 19th place, and then Chris Comediper in the top 20 as he takes 20th place. Tin Anderson is P21 as Max Pisonia is P22. Then is Johan Michalmacher in P23, followed by our latest debutant Sergej Kozak, who is in 24th place, just ahead of James Morris Pearson in 20th P25. Marcus Kronenholm is P26 as Dindi Shabalabama Balama, who's gotten up to a little bit of better form as he qualifies P27, just ahead of Lucas da Silva. Marcos Aguirre is P29 as Alex Luan is P30. Kerai Kyota, the only man, I believe the only full-time driver to have not scored points yet. No, wrong. Havel Shine has not scored points yet.
Yeah, and
points yet.
Ollie Katzenberg.
Yeah.
And Natila Kama. Quite a few haven't. It's the team, Coloni, it's the only team to not score points.
Yeah. Kerai Kyota, the man driving for the team, only team which has not scored points yet. He starts P31, followed by the German Tobias Reaper in P32. Ben Svaldinger starts P33 for Zach Speed, and the final car on the grid will be Diogo Moscato for Eurobrun.
Yeah, very interesting grid. The rain did certainly shake things up. One thing to note, Alexander Park in that AGS not qualifying his teammate. I think he will be one to watch though.
He really will. I think, we'll see how the debutants fare today in this race. Always exciting to see how rookies perform in their first races, so we'll see where they will all end up.
Yep, so before that done, let's get to the track itself. Here we are at the Estoril circuit. The rain is pouring down, the lights are starting to come on, and it's Rodney Rackers on pole position. It will be 4 red lights. And it's a bad start from Raku. Valek got a better launch, same with Betes. Betes is stuck behind the Williams though. And it will be Mihail Valek, the championship leader, going into first. Murray on the outside, going into second maybe, I don't know. A bit of contact between Rakus and him. Salsala on the outside of his teammates, still side by side with Ratiko Betes. I think it will be Betes to take the position. No, Salsala in the rain on the outside. Phenomenal. Overtaking maneuver right there. He's in front of his teammate who's fighting for a championship, and that's certainly not good for the Serbian as they go into a turn that we will have a careful eye on, because there will be a few scraps and bumps. I believe, here we go, FJ and McGuinness already have a bit of contact there, more contact between the two, but at the moment it looks clean. Oh no, never mind, the two March cars very aggressive on themselves, close to contact. We can see a few moves. That's Shakal Kam the third, overtaking recent podium scorer Giuseppe Stella, as I gotta check. Oh, that's what? How did this happen? Oh, I never left the circuit. That's bad. Oh well, we're gonna carry on. It's fine. I can just crash it into a different wall. Mihail Valek now and Rodney Raku as Joseph Murray has taken the lead. We missed this. Look at this.
Yeah, so while we were watching, here's Joseph Murray on the inside of Mihail Valek and just swoops past. I think he got the better line there, maybe just a bit of a more drier line, and managed to slip past the Croatian.
And there's Matt Whitaker as well already on Ratko Betes. Ratko Betes seems to be struggling in these conditions. I don't know what it is. Maybe the hand steering isn't made to be used in wet weather. Herhold goes through on the inside. Sahin now side by side of Betes. It's really fallen apart for Ratko. As a pardon for the barbaric scenes you're about to witness. Oh god damn it. You know, he's just gonna sit here. He's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's absolutely fine. There is Hassan on the outside of Whitaker. Whitaker goes through though. This is not looking good because of the AI car. I'm gonna fix that, don't worry.
I really have to say, Matt Whitaker doing some pretty impressive moves on the two Lotuses. He got past Betes. Betes having issues, obviously, but and then here he is getting past Al-Saller as well. So I think he has come prepared.
Yeah, and we have actually a few damaged cars in the pit lane. That's Moscato. Oh, and that's Van der Bremt. That's unlucky. So what happened here on board of Moscato? Oh, Van der Bremt in the Ocella spins out and.
Yeah, poor re-entry from Van der Bremt, and then just makes contact with him a second time.
I mean, Moscato did come right in front of him. What happened to him? Oh, he was side by side of Michael Maher, taps him slightly, and in the rain, there's no catching the car. Boom. Nothing good of. He was still spinning in here, and then Moscato unsighted, just like Van der Bremt.
Yeah, I think Alex wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Obviously, well, I thought it was a dangerous re-entry at first, but
what is he doing?
No,
the pit limiter was set. The pit limiter was set. Don't understand what's going on. Never mind, then Betes now on to Sahin, trying to regain some spots. Herhold has already gone past him. It's really looking bad for Atco Betes, as Portugal seems to be a race of mischief, not just for the drivers, it's also being troublesome to the hosts over here. Just a slight pet peeve of mine. Seems that Portugal just hates me. Alright, here we go. This is finally done. The pit limiter situation is looking very bad. Nonetheless, Miran, we've had quite actually a calm start to the race. Not many accidents apart from that one with Van der Bremt and Moscato. No other incidents either. Very calm and quiet. There are the lapped cars. They've been lapped.
Oh yeah, they've already been lapped. That is strange. But to answer your question about the start as a whole, look at that.
Oh no, Stella damage.
There's contact.
Stella goes into the back of Moscato, and that's damage for him.
And yeah, that is just really poor timing for Moscato, or sorry, Stella, as Katzenberg was trying it there on Stella. Actually, I think there's a move in the back as well. That's FG on Vit, as he gets past the Polish driver. But yeah, talking about the start, I do agree with you that it was quite calm. A great start from Joseph Murray's, just completely pulled off. Valjac's caught up to him now. He's all over the back of the British driver now, but Murray just had a really great start. Rakus got off the line really bad. That allowed Valjak to slip past, but then Murray just got through both of them. Yeah, I think Murray just really capitalized off that start. Betes, I think, is the biggest loser of them all, as Valjak, there he is. Oh, Rakus actually trying it on the inside. Look at that, as the two Williamses go side by side, but I think Valjak is gonna keep that P2, and he is.
They made slight contact through there. That's a bit worrying. Oh,
yeah,
Rakus just lifted. Rakus just lifted on the straight. Sorry to cut in, but he just lifted on the straight, and there we go. That's Whitaker using that. Whitaker is on the podium.
I told you this guy would be someone to watch out for, as Matt Whitaker goes up into P3. A lot of teammate battles we're seeing. Now the Williams, but first it was the Marches at the beginning, and they're really getting the elbows out here.
Yes, as we can see, Tin Anderson also coming into the pit lane, apart from Stella, and that's a rear wing going on that Minardi of his. And oh dear, oh no, that's Michael Maher. Oh god,
oh dear,
Michael Maher commits a massive murder over here. Anderson out of control. That's Morris Pearson without a front wing.
Oh.
Hold on. Where I'm going,
Please.
I don't need. Thank God. That looked way worse from my POV. Oh wait, never mind. Oh no.
Oh.
Wait, he lands.
No, I think he might be alright.
Yeah, no, he lands on the engine cover, on the roll hoop. That's fine. A miracle, you could say.
Definitely, Morris Pearson is a lucky man.
But yeah, Anderson, I want to see what happened to him. So they're also down. He goes wide because of Pisoni and Comedy-Pool being side by side. And then Michael Maher yoinks him.
Yeah, I think it's just... Yeah, I think that was on Michael Maher there.
Yeah, that's a second-degree murder if I've ever seen one. Yeah, he's
just nothing. Yeah, nothing Anderson could have done there.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Michael Maher is understeering through the corner a bit. I don't know, maybe that's power applied too early. I don't know, but yeah, it's unlucky for both of them because they were quite high compared to the starting positions. So that's unlucky for Michael Maher. Luckily, no. Oh, never mind. Oh dear. That's a bit of an unsafe rejoin there, my lad.
Did they make contact? I think they did, but...
They did.
Yeah.
The slightest of contacts, but still a contact.
Yeah, what a save from Aguirre, though. That is
Yeah.
impressive car control from the Argentinian.
Yeah, we will have a penalty for Michael Maher, but it's still being confirmed. I think after that little... Yeah, okay, it's a 20-second time penalty for Michael Maher. That's massive.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest penalty we've dished out this season.
Yeah, apart from a race ban for Camel, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think... Yeah, there's a bit of a... I was just going to mention, there's a bit of a train forming behind Van der Bremt. So I think people are struggling to overtake the rookie in the Osella.
yeah, he's building a bit of a train. Herhol seems to be struggling behind his fellow countryman, finally having a countryman in the field. The last time out it was Eddie Redmayne the fourth. It seems that both Van der Bremt and Eddie, they will be quite colourful characters in the world of MMS. But here we go, Matt Whitaker not wasting a moment trying to overtake Michael Valek over here. Man, that's one feisty debutant today.
Really is. Whitaker is just absolutely on it today.
Here we go, Radko Bettis just flies past Herhold. That just shows how slow Van der Bremt is.
Yeah, wow, yeah, that I agree with you. That really goes to show how much Van der Bremt is holding up everyone. As I think there was a move there, was it?
Kozak material was trying to send it onto Park, sorry, not Kozak, and Park defended. Alexander Park, the Scotsman, doing really well for himself. Where is Kozak? There is Kozak in quite a bit of a loan. P22, then we have the Silva Aguirre, the one, Varning and Michael Maher.
He's gonna pass Valyak.
What? Oh, yeah.
It's a McLaren 1-2.
Yeah, it is. And he did it in the same corner that Murray took the lead from Valyak. Very nice. And it seems that I think the McLaren might have a bit of a change of seatings if this continues, as it currently is.
Yeah, Matt Whitaker is just...
He also has the fastest lap.
He does. Yeah, Matt is just absolutely on it today. I don't know what they put in his serial this morning, but he is just flying today. Started P7 up into P2. But I think he'll probably be asked to move aside for his teammate Murray. Valyak though still pretty close behind, so I think he'll be putting some pressure on the rookie. As I think there's a move from Radko Bettis in the back there. Yeah, there he is, getting past lapping Stella. Sorry.
Yeah, same thing. No real blue flags in our factor, which means. We will get some of these interesting situations where the left people won't really move out of the way. Whitaker losing a bit of time to Murray. I think McLaren are activating the thing you said about, you talked about with Whitaker, not really challenging Murray, just allowing for things to happen. There's Salsalo. He's allowing his team to try and prosper against the dominating Williams team side by side with Raku's. The Estonian driver showing real promise over here, but no, and this allows for Bettis to catch up, and Bettis is not going to be too apologetic to his teammate. He's been Salsalo overtook him one lap on. Bettis is going to now do the same to him, side by side. They come very close to contact. Salsalo is forced on the outside line, more wet bits of tarmac there, and that is Bettis through.
Yeah, beautiful battle. In the rain as well, really demonstrating the car control between the two Lotus drivers, but it was Radko Bettis who came out victorious in that battle. Whitaker, who was holding up Michal Valyak there, do you think it might be McLaren trying to back up the others, trying to back up Valyak into the others to allow Murray to build up a gap to everyone else?
Might have been this way. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the case, because it is important for McLaren to try and gain back their points, trying to get themselves back into their championship fight. But at the same time, Whitaker, sorry, I don't know why I said Michael Makata. Whitaker has caught up to his teammate at the end of the lap, so I don't think the plan, if they have this plan, it's not really working out for them at the moment, because the cars are constantly catching back up to the leaders, and Whitaker is doing the same thing, so it's going to be hard to keep those guys at bay. As here we go, that's Sahin and Herhold now side by side.
Shahin might get this though, but Herholt is no measly opponent, as Shahin's gonna try to swing it around the outside. Is that Al-Karm who tries a bit of a slide for Herholt though, but the two Ferraris side by side, as actually Al-Karm on the inside gets his Turkish teammate for P8.
Yeah, that's actually surprising considering Al-Karm didn't really have a showing, if I'm honest. He retired in Imola, we didn't know his true pace yet, and to be in front of a teammate who could have won last race, I think Al-Karm might have some might show some promise. There we go. As we go, Rakus and Valek, they touched there. Luckily, just a bit of a scrap, nothing too serious, but yeah, the Williams cars lost a lot of time as the two McLarens just stormed off into the lead.
Yeah. Good thing it wasn't a major contact at that corner on the inside, especially considering that it's high speed. That could have ended in disaster for both Williamses, but luckily it wasn't too major.
Yeah, they're really lucky for that to not end badly. But here we go, Whitaker right on the back of Murray. This is a corner a lot of drivers like to overtake on, and there's Sansala trying to overtake his teammate. Lotus really having a scrap that they can't seem to figure out who they want to be the leader of this little Lotus pack, and it's really harming them. It's harming their pace, because when you're in a battle, you lose a lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of teammate duels, especially considering that the top 6 is McLaren, Williams, Lotus, so it's just teammates stacked between each other, as here are the two Ferraris as well, as there is Vit
on the outside of Radiantor. Might have been a defensive move, but it's still a very nice thing to see in the rain. Back of the field, not much happening. Here we go. Oh my god, Whitaker is going for the lead. He's going for the lead. Didn't work.
I think moves into turn 1 are a bit tricky to pull off, especially in the wet. But I don't know, props to Whitaker for trying it though. That craves some serious balls of steel, especially considering that you are making your Formula 1 debut in one of the fastest cars.
Yeah, that is the case for Whitaker, and the interesting thing is Whitaker is on pace. Sansala now took the fastest lap away from him, but Whitaker is still there. He's putting pressure on his teammate, and I don't think Mario will appreciate that.
No, I don't think I think he will definitely be a bit mad about that, but I don't know, I think Whitaker is just trying to prove himself to the top teams here.
Yeah, he might get signed by someone. We all know that teams will try and expand this season. You know, as we've seen with the AGS, Real and Stella expansions, there are rumors that the BMS Scuderia Italia team, also known as Dallara, they might expand to you know, a 2-car team. So obviously the reserve driver will be promoted in that case, but still, who knows, maybe Whitaker will be offered by one of those new opening up teams, because there is a lot of promise in him, and there is a lot of pace, there is a lot of talent in Whitaker. Who knows, maybe next season he'll find himself a spot on the field.
Yeah, could very well be a possibility, and I think having such a big talent like this go to waste would definitely be a bit sad, as Halil Shahin here receiving the view of Miran Evji. Halil Shahin on the back of his teammate Al-Karm III, as Evji's actually joined these two Scarlet Red Ferraris. Maybe he could try and pick up the scraps from this battle, as Shahin has not scored points yet in the points positions at the moment. We'll see if he can do it right now, as he's going to go on the inside of his teammate. I think he's got the move done already. Yes, he has. That is Halil Shahin, who's repassed his teammate Ashak Al-Karm III, and Shahin up into P8 then.
Yeah, Shahin really needs to get his pace back on, you know, back where it should be. The Ferrari don't seem to be doing too well in the rain. They just don't seem to be doing too well. You know, whenever they had good races, it just ends in utter disaster. So, you know, maybe, you know, lifting a bit. Oh, here we go. I need to end my monologue. Whitaker is going for the lead again, and this time they gone very close. Whitaker still behind his teammate, but Murray is really feeling the pressure. Whitaker is really reeling him in here, and he's really putting that McLaren in spaces that are unsafe, but there is Valek. He gives Whitaker a bit of a bump and run. It's going to be side by side between Williams and the McLaren. Two British outfits fighting it out for P2. Valek gets forced a bit wide. This is opening the door for Rodney Rack, who's here, who will try and get past his teammate. He's already through. The Williams cars don't really want to scrap right now. And that's the battle done. No, there is Salsaler from the back of his whole pack. Sends it only on his teammate. But he won't probably even get Betes, as Betes gets the good run on the outside. And it is a move done from Ratko Betes. But look at the time they lost. It's so much time. 1.4 seconds.
Battling in these cars really does lose you a lot of time. But I have to say, absolutely stellar defending from Matt Whitaker. Defending from Rodney Rakos is not an easy thing, to say the least. And he just did that so beautifully. That was incredible stuff from Matt Whitaker.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. We're still watching it. What was I saying about Ferrari is that maybe they need to, stop pushing for the highest positions. Maybe just let them steam off and just try and finish a race. I think that should be a easier goal to reach.
Yeah, Ferrari are just kind of a cursed team, aren't they? They haven't really finished a lot, and they always seem to be involved in accidents. As here's Alexander Park on Diogo Moscato, as we see from the back of Material, who wanted to try and get a piece of that action, but he was unable to. As look at this. Bit of a train forming behind Moscato here.
Yeah, Diogo really holding up a few cars. The lap traffic is really going to influence this race's results. As here we go, this whole pack has formed. As Whitaker, I think, might have tried it again, and Murray and lost a lot of time. This is a lot of time. A full second to his teammate now, 1.1 as they went uphill. But Whitaker is catching back up, not really. And he's going to have a train of very angry, very quick Williams and Lotus cars, which will pose a large threat to him.
Yeah, Whitaker just kind of defending from that. I think Rakos had a bit of a moment coming out of the chicane in the final sector there. Got the rear end a bit loose, but yeah, Whitaker isn't exactly defending from nobodies, is he? He's defending from championship leader Mihail Valyak, for crying out loud, and then Rodney Rakos as well. And I mean, they're no slouches. Both are race winners, so yeah, Whitaker has really been put up with a pretty big task, and I think he's doing really well trying to defend from them. But I think the Williamses are still dueling, but we should probably take and mention that dueling is costly here, as here's a duel, not really, Shine just lapping Van der Bremt.
Yeah, but look at this, Shahin managed to get through her hole.
Yeah, actually did.
On the straight as well. Ferrari power. Showing right there, closes the door before the corner even starts, and Shahin also, fastest lap for him.
This could be a turning point for Shahin, as he is trying to lap Van der Bremt, trying to catch up to the other guys in the top 5. Does get past the young South African, now in P7, as 4 seconds separate him and Lotus of Hendrik Salsaler in P6, and these guys aren't really battling too much at the moment, so I think Shahin could might as well just throw his hat in the mix and hat in the ring, that's what you say, not hat in the mix. But yeah, he could definitely throw his hat into the ring with this battle in the top 5, and could definitely get some nice little overtakes, especially considering with the pace that the Turkish driver has at the moment.
Yeah, certainly. As we can see, Whitaker stopped trying to make moves into turn 1. He is just trying to, I think, keep as close to Murray as possible. Obviously not really good, because as you can see, the top 6 immediately has bunched up, with Stella behind as well. Nindi Shabalabama, why is he in the pits? Okay, the pit limiter does work, so those two just glitched. And this is a scheduled stop.
Yeah, that is no visible damage on the Zimbabwean president's car.
Which does put a question. And the question is, who else is going to pit this lap? Nobody in the top 10 is even considering a pit stop, as Miran Efci has managed to climb his way through Harry Harehold. Same with Shakal Khan the third. Look at that double vision, as both of the March cars make moves, but only one of them was successful.
I think Harehold's struggling.
Yeah, I think he's losing pace. He hasn't been, mind you, running that high in a race yet this season. So, oh wait, oh look at this! Look at Alcam. So Harehold tried to lap Van der Bremt, but only lost time, and Alcam just used that to his advantage.
That is a clinical move from the Saudi driver.
Yeah, slept past unsighted. As here we go, Rodney Rackles on the back of Whitaker. More grip from the McLaren, of course, through here. So they will have a very large advantage, especially on the straights. This is why they're pulling away from the whole pack here. Slipstream effect helping and all. But will Matt Whitaker decide to make a move? No.
I honestly think Rackles is not going to get past Whitaker. Whitaker just looks so strong. And, I mean, that's not to say that Rackles isn't looking strong. Obviously, he is. But, yeah, I just think Whitaker is currently on the offense trying to get Murray. And I don't think he'll let Rodney stop him at the moment. Either way, either way, I don't think Whitaker will get past Joseph Murray. I think it is going to be a win for McLaren this season. But the two Lotuses
is coming in this lap. The Silver and Valding also in the pit lane. As Murray is coming in this lap as well. The Williams car is known for doing the long runs. Shaheen has come up to this pack.
One awaits to see what Shine can do, but Murray into the pits, that's interesting then, so they're letting Whitaker go longer. And then Bettison as well, but the Lotus dueling is just going to lose them time. I don't know why they do that on the in-lap. That's probably just lost them unnecessary amount of time. But yeah, there's Murray into the pits. Matt Whitaker leads an MMS Grand Prix for the first time in his life.
Yup, as here we go. Murray into the pit lane, Betes behind. Betes is not happy. Betes is really not happy. We can see him weaving to his engineer about Sarsala, I might assume. Yeah, it's really looking sour. A very good stop for Murray. 7.9, I believe. So it's a very good stop. Betes also with a decent pit stop, and they leave in clean-ish air. Betes will not be in clean air. Yeah, Betes will not be in clean air. Betes is far away from a clean air as Corona Holman nearly goes into the back of him. Sergei Kozak does go into the back of him. No damage for both, luckily, though.
I was so incredibly close between Betis and Kronalma. Luckily, no damage to the Serbian's Lotus, but yeah, now Betis has just so much traffic to deal with, and I think this is gonna lose. This might send him back a few positions. But then again, we did see the same thing with Betis in Jerez, for instance. He caught up to bunch of traffic. We all thought that he was gonna go down or lose the race, but he still was able to cut through the field. Well, let's see though. We won't be too. Hopefully, we won't be too pessimistic of this situation.
Here we go.
There's Shine, Shine and Whitaker.
Shine and Whitaker coming in, and we can see this little battle there. Sarsala into the pit lane on this lap. Tries to send a move, but it's not going to work. Whitaker is in, and let's see if he gets a good stop. Off the jacks. It's longer. It's longer. Oh no.
Has he been held up?
No, it's still going on. The pit stop is still going on. It's 15 seconds now. Oh no, what happened? Oh my days. Whitaker absolutely race ruined. He's behind Alcam.
Wow. What a shame for Matt Whitaker.
Yeah, the team just butchered the stop. I don't know what happened on there, but they dropped him off the tracks and maybe the fuel line was stuck. I don't know what was going on there, but nothing good. Katzenberg is letting his teammate through as McGuinness is also trying to put a move onto the German. It does work out, and then we have an Arab's car of Koji Hoshi, trying to get through Ollie Katzenberg. But Salsaler is coming in this lap. Michael Varnek takes the lead of the race. And he's doing the long run that he's been known for this whole season. Williams overall prefer to do the long strategies. They don't really risk it. They do risk it. With those longer ones, they usually pit Raku's in the middle, so it's an interesting taste. So here we go, there's Raku's in. I am worried.
Evgene in the background there as well. Yeah, this is gonna be a crucial stop for Rodney Rakus.
Oh, is it going to be? Yeah, no, I think there might be some damage repairs as he gets held up in the pits.
What?
Nigel Mansell's his way out of the pit box.
Evge's jumped him.
Yeah, FG has jumped him, so I think Rakus just did not listen to his team and just went away from the Jax Kozak, nearly going into FG. That's dangerous. Whitaker is stuck behind Van der Bremt and is just really not looking like a race. It just reminds me of George Russell in Sakir 2020 when he got the drive for Mercedes.
It really does, doesn't it? Young British driver makes his debut for a very, very big team, filling in for another guy. Has a really good first few laps. Botched the pit stop, falls down the order.
Yep. If Valak is on fuel, he's not coming in this on this lap yet. So Valak is in the red zone, I'd say.
Yeah, what is Mihail trying? We'll see if that'll pay off though. Murray obviously had a clinical stop, but obviously we can't say the same for Whitaker. But I think it is going to be quite close coming into the pits now. McGuinness, Hoshi, Witt,
and at the back there.
Yeah.
So here we go. McGuinness is in. Looks like it will be a slightly slower stop, but yeah, it's a very good stop from McGuinness. Never mind.
Yeah, that is gonna benefit him massively. Let's see though where he will exit out.
He is leaving right in front of Whitaker. In 16th. Whitaker is outside of the points.
Yeah, that's just salt in the wounds for Matt Whitaker, isn't it? Just had his race completely ruined.
But if you look at it, the overcut is not the way to go here. I don't know if you've noticed, but Rakus has left the pit lane 14th. And next to cars to come in will be Valiak and Herhold. If Valiak can execute a very good stop, he has a very large gap over Herhold, Murray and Shahin. But, like, I am still a bit worried that Williams might have made the wrong decision here.
I'm intrigued to see how this will play out. I think it actually might work. Let's see though, as Valiak's into the pits. Absolutely crucial stop this is going to be for Mihail Valiak.
He's the championship leader. This is really crucial to him. You don't want to lose a point in a championship like this. And it's a bad stop. Oh no. 14.2. Someone's
Herhold
getting
almost
fired.
got him there. What is going on with the pit stops today? FG's jumped him as well. What on earth?
Yeah, FG.
Herhold's on.
Oh.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's really benefiting from this. That is the second front runner driver we've had with a slow stop.
Yeah, Williams overall just in shambles. The good stop of Rakus didn't matter.
What is this train? Look at this.
Yeah, some of those
Rush
guys.
hour.
Yeah, Pitonia and Park, they're coming in this lap, but drivers such as Comedy Paul, they're not even considering a pit stop yet. They are doing the long run, and it seems to be benefiting them. Bettis finally laps Moscato, and he seems to be in the free space now to catch up to Salsaler and probably bonk him over the head. Seeing the anger in the pit lane there. Then we have Shahin in second and Murray in a very comfortable first.
Yeah, I must say Shahin though, in P2, really well done.
Yeah, Ferrari risked it with the strategy, risked it with the undercut, and voila, it worked.
Rakus, there he is getting past Alcarm.
Yeah. Obviously, the two AGS cars will now move out of the way, as we can see Miran FG now look at the overspeed.
Wow, just absolutely blitzes him on the straight.
As Shaheen has just gained nearly a second on Joseph Murray. Comedy Poise coming in this lap. Same with Kroneholmer. Same with Kozak as well. So all these guys are finally going to clear themselves up. And there is Park Out, held up by his teammate Max Pizzonia, as AGS did a double stack. As there's a yellow flag, and that's material.
And that is the leash here. Out.
Suspension for I don't know what failed in the car. Looks like an engine failure, to be honest. He just downshifted from. Oh, actually a brake failure probably. Look, he can't stop the car. He came into the corner and realized, oh yeah, that's that done.
Yeah, good thing his brakes did. Good thing his brakes didn't fail before the corner. Otherwise, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah, still a very sad end to Material's race. Maybe it's a curse of not qualifying behind or in front of your teammate, like, you know, side by side with your teammate. I don't know, but it's sad as he's the first retirement of this race. Hold on the back of Comedy Pool already. We can see Rakus, Alcam and Kroneholmer battling it out with Guinness behind. Kroneholmer not really a challenge for the genius that Alcam is.
Yes. Shareholder in Saudi Aramco, obviously a Sheikh Al-Kram III.
Yes. Absolute stock exchange master class from him. As Murray, only 2.1 seconds over Sahin, as it's 2 laps to go. Murray is losing time rapidly. Do you think?
The Falcon is on the prowl. Shaheen is coming.
The gap is closing down in the corners, especially in the braking zones, where the Ferrari seems to have a slight advantage over the McLaren. I think it's possible.
He's only got 2 laps to do it, though.
Yeah, well, it is possible, you know. Never say never, right?
Yeah, very true. Miran FG in P5, though. I think we should just kind of mention that as well.
Yeah, Miran FG, fun. It seems that this is the first time the March team will have a good race for both of their drivers, as the gap is below a second.
Yeah, wow, he's just flying, Shaheen. Yeah, he could. I think he's definitely gonna get Murray within this lap.
Yeah, I mean Murray, obviously on the straights he will be better, but especially in the heavy braking zones, that McLaren has nothing. Look at the time gained by Shaheen here. 3/10 in one corner.
Wow, yeah, he's just absolutely closing in on him. But we are coming into the trickier part of the track. Shaheen is gonna have it a bit difficult to overtake Joseph Murray. I think Murray is gonna get it by the skin of his teeth here, but let's see anyways.
And Shaheen is just sure.
Yeah, Shaheen though. Yeah, Murray's gonna have to defend for his life for this win. Shaheen though, on the prowl, he wants this win as well, as he started. Where did he start? P8, right?
Yeah,
I think it was something like that.
Yeah, P8, P9. Actually, I can tell you're right. Yeah, he started P9, so quite a bit down the order. Shaheen is going to try and score Ferrari's first ever race win in MMS F1. Oh man, he better do it now. It's now or never for him, really. There aren't many other corners he can do it at, but I think it will be Murray, as you said, by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, I think it is going to be Joe Murray who's going to get it, though. I don't think Khalid Shah is going to get it. He won't.
Yeah, it will be Joseph Murray winning a race for McLaren. He is back on the top step. McLaren are back. It's another second place for Ferrari. They just can't seem to win. But what a drive for them. Salsalo gets third in a very controversial race within the Lotus team. I think there will be a lot of words from Radko Betas about his teammate as he finishes 4th. There is Valek in 5th. FG in 6th. That's a very good result. And then we can see Herl defending on the line from Rodney Rakus to score a very good position for the Benetton. Then we have Ashak Al-Kam the 3rd. Matt Whitaker still in the top 10. Still a decent race. Then we have McGuinness, Hoshi, Katzenberg, Randy Antovitt, followed by the 2 AGS cars, and it's Max Pisonia who will round off the point scorers. Unlucky for Park, but it's still good of a debut. Then we have Comedy Paul, Dindi Shabalama Balama, Corona Holmer, impressing once more. De Silva, Aguirre, Kyoto, Luan, Kozak, then we have Valdinger, Stella, unlucky for him. Michael Maha, he's gonna drop down to the end of the field probably. And then we have Tobias Reaper and James Morris Pearson. Very unlucky race for the Tyrrell team. But yeah, that has been the race. Francis August and Michael Valdiak, and well, there is your race winner.
Yeah, just great drive from Joseph Murray today. He really showed his expertise in the rain. Yeah, I think he got a bit lucky at the end there with defending from Shahin, because Shahin was really on the pace. As you said, Ferrari just cannot get lucky to this season with winning, or just overall. Bit strange to say that this is Halil Shahin's first points this season.
Yeah, but I mean, still theoretically kick-starting his campaign with a podium.
Yeah, I definitely think a win is imminent for Halil Shahin sometime this season. It's got to happen at one point, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Next race, Hockenheimring. Who knows what will happen there? It's all possible.
Yeah, definitely. I think anything can happen. But I guess we should do drive of the day.
Well, I can't give a driver of the day after a situation like this, but no, you know what? I think my pick is going to go towards... You know what? For the sake of it, Matt Whitaker. It was a very good debut from him, and if it wasn't for the pit stop, he would have been out there fighting for the top spots. So that's my pick. What is yours, Miran?
Well, honestly, I agree with you. I kind of just can't give it to anyone else apart from Matt Whitaker. His first ever MMS race, and he's just absolutely smashing it there, defending from the likes of Rakus and Valiak. So I think he's done really well today. Shame that he couldn't pick up a first podium, but that's racing sometimes. So I feel like he still just absolutely showed everyone what he's worth today.
Absolutely. So next race is will be on the Hockenheim circuit, and we will be using the modern version of the Hockenheim Ring to host the German Grand Prix. Yeah, it's what some people might kill me for, but modern Hockenheim Ring is good for racing. You cannot say it ain't. So we're gonna be using that. So yeah, next race, sunny Germany. Be sure to check it out. Be sure to be safe on the roads. And it has been it from me.
And yeah, I've been Miran Evci.
And I'm Kaiser Resnia, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.